Today, I want to shed a bit of light on something that is impacting the individuals of the United Kingdom during this cost of living crisis, and that is the increasing cost of insurance. We've witnessed a notable surge in insurance premiums that affects a lot of sectors in the market itself. Now, the surge has actually been affecting the financial sector and the peace of mind between individuals across the UK. It's also good that we explore the implications and ways that we can actually go around by helping you save money. Now, as myself have worked in insurance, there are quite a few tips that I can provide for you, which I'm going to today to help you understand and help you save a bit of money when it comes to insurance. Here's a few top tips that you can use on how to save a bit of money on insurance to help you in this cost of living crisis. Now, tip number one, always shop around. It is imperative that not only do you just try and stick with the insurance that you may have in place, but have a look and shop around. Now, it doesn't kill to go and get a quotation. 9 times out of 10, they're non-obligation quotes. So you can go and get a quote. You don't have to go with it. It gives you a bit of an idea. And it gives you a bit of an idea of what other companies are willing to charge for these insurance premiums. There are hundreds of insurance companies willing to offer you quotations on the information that you have given them. You may even go on to some price comparison sites, enter the information, and have a look at a few of them on there. However, they are not the only ones. There are a lot of hidden companies out there that you can go to that will be able to offer you quotations. Some of those are not actually on price comparison sites. A lot of them are from referring friends or companies that don't advertise on these. Some of them are hidden as well. So one of the top tips is actually shop around by asking friends or people of groups that you are part of who they are insured with. They may be able to find you someone who they're insured with who actually are pretty good and be able to offer you a good quotation for the best product for the best price. Now, this is not only just for car insurance, this is for every type of insurance, not just car, but motorbike, even things like classic cars, even things like military vehicles, tractors, life insurance, travel insurance, any sort of insurance that you can think of. Always try and shop around. Because guess what? It never kills to. And you may even end up finding a company for a better price for a better product. Always read between the lines. Now, number two, and it's a pretty obvious one, this one, just never lie. Insurance companies always want you to make sure they're open about the information to make sure that they are able to provide you with the best product. So if you have a claim, never lie. Always make sure you tell the full details of what it is. Or if you have a speeding conviction or any type of conviction, always make sure that they have a note of it and it is on your policy. Because a lot of these insurance companies work with the DVLA as well, and most other insurance companies through the MID database. Now, these systems work between every insurance company to make sure that you are who you say you are, and that the information that you provide is exactly matches and what are on these databases. When you start hiding things, this is where it's going to come from more costs, more premiums, and lack of trust between the company and the insurance company and the clients. That lack of trust can actually impact the client because the insurance company may not be able to provide them a quote next year or even able to save them money. So always remember, make sure you tell them exactly every bit of information possible. With insurance itself, a lot of people are seeing these rises. Now, you've got to understand that this is not just based on your information. This is based on the information that has been gathered through everything, every sort of different factor. So depending on your area, depending on your vehicle, depending on your information, depending on the area around you or what's been happening. So even down to the claims that have gone through, not for yourself, but maybe even your next door neighbour. Everything is taken into factor. We're not saying move to a nice area or get a different car. All we're saying is that if an insurance premium comes in a little bit higher, don't be shocked, because this is not just obviously based on your information, it's based on the information around you. If there have been a lot of theft claims or a lot of break-ins or anything like that, this does impact you as well. It's a harsh reality. It must be taken into factor. The reason for this is that the insurance company need to observe the risk. Is your vehicle likely to be stolen tomorrow? Is it likely to be set on fire? Or is your house likely to be broken into? Have you got subsidence? Everything is taken to a factor because the insurance company doesn't want to lose out. Obviously, they're willing to pay you out correctly, obviously, as long as you provide the information correctly. It's just the fact that if it's going to be happen more and more and more again, they will boost up your premium. So if you do get a higher premium, don't think it's something that you've done, just understand that it may be something that's happened around you or in your area. Next, this goes to a lot of the car fans out there, and it's down to modifications. Always make sure that your modifications are listed. And the reason for this is that if the vehicle is involved in an accident and you don't actually list all your modifications, then the insurance company are less likely to pay out on that vehicle. Not only this is that the insurance company you may be with may cover the modifications. You may find that the insurance company you're with actually cover modifications as well. So not only if you're involved with an accident and say the market value of a vehicle is £4,000, but you have quite a few modifications that you've worked on and you have a higher value on it compared to the market, they will take that into consideration because that's work you've done onto your car to bring the value up. So always make sure, no matter if it's cosmetic, whether it's just like a change of steering wheel, change of seats, or even down to a brand new engine, a high uprated engine, uprated brakes, an exhaust system. Always make sure that it is listed. Even if it's down to stickers at the back, on the back of your car, list them, because then if your vehicle was involved in a theft or an accident, it's a lot easier to understand and identify your car. Next, when you do obtain a quotation and you do find it's a little bit higher than what you've had elsewhere, look at the benefits. The benefits of a policy are always going to be there to help you provide an enhanced cover. So benefits wise, you could have a classic car insurance and they offer things like an agreed value. If that benefit isn't there, take it, because an agreed value will always help, and always make sure that you are paid out correctly. Even down to things like salvage or again modifications cover or spare parts, always make sure that you understand the benefits of a policy, and always make sure that you read between the lines and read reviews online. You may find an insurance premium is a lot lower compared to elsewhere, but if they've got a 1-star rating, I wouldn't go with them. As much as some premiums are increasing, you always want to make sure you get the bang for your buck. You always want to make sure that you get the cover that you need, because without that and something happens, you may not be paid out correctly. Always make sure that you read the benefits and take advantage of them. So like again, agreed value, do it, because if it's free of charge or it's a slight fee, it's going to save you in the long run. Always make sure as well, if they provide you some information about that product, always make sure that you read it. So a terms of business or an insurance document that they provide of what the cover is in place for you, make sure you do have a read over to make sure that cover is adequate for you. Don't always rely on price, because it may be fact that again the premium may be low, but the insurance company itself may have a 1-star rating because their claims team isn't efficient, whether the insurance company customer service isn't great, or they're less likely to pay out. Always make sure that you read reviews online and read between the lines. So there you have it, a few different tips that you can use to go out and try and find a better product for maybe a better price, or even something that may be a little bit more expensive, but if the cover is adequate for you and it's actually going to enhance your experience in insurance, have a look. It doesn't hurt to go out and get a quote, especially when it comes to trying to find the best cover. And if you do have a unique vehicle, it may even help as well, because if you say you've got a 1980s Mercedes-Benz and you're on a standard car insurance, that might not be adequate cover. If anything sort of old, you'd always want to make sure you look out for some classic car insurance. Or if you've got a modified car, have a look at some modified insurance specialists. Always make sure that you shop around. Don't ever lie about the information. Always make sure that your cover is adequate and that everything on that policy is correct. With these tips, you'll be able to go out and find the best cover for you. If you did want any sort of tips or any help with this, you're more than welcome to drop me a DM on my TikTok, or even leave a comment down below, because I'm always going to be here to offer the best sort of advice for you anyway. So there you have it. Go out there, get a good quote for a good price for the best cover, and always make sure you read reviews. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe down below, because it always helps. Thank you so much for your time.